Greetings, everyone! Welcome to Children of Rath. The game where we play Dungeons & Dragons set in a Magic the Gathering world of Dominaria from the first set of Magic the Gathering.
Oh, I thought we were playing Tiddlywinks.
No, that's later on.
Damn.
That's post-stream. That's when you go into the Tiddlywinks, because I'm pretty sure on Tabletop Sim you could play Tiddlywinks, and it would be awful because the dexterity games in that system are just bad. But regardless of that,
the manhole cover, though.
But regardless of that, oh god, my eyes are kind of like messed up. This is such a great start. Yeah, okay, great. Let's if you missed last time, which you may have, maybe you didn't. I don't know if you were here. You never know. But last time, our adventurers met with some centaurs and got them to bring them to the north, towards Sarah, where they can get an actual caravan to cross the desert, rather than trying to cross the desert on their own. Of course, along the way, you made a new friend, who you're not sure how long that friend's going to stay with you. A kobold named Schnoz.
That Max first ticked off.
Schnaza.
I fixed that.
Mm-hmm.
I fixed the...
And eventually you came to a small village on the outskirts of Sarah, where there is passage into the mesa from here. And you made friends with the locals. Sure, friends. Things happened there.
Wyntris might have started something that she didn't know would blow up as much.
Well, Wyntris stuck her foot in her mouth, and then Max shoved his foot down his own throat deeper.
Accurate.
Things
and
will...
now
tongue, dude.
Pays the price.
You did get to enjoy some of the Song of All, though, at least, by Radiant.
That's nice.
Because Church of Serra doesn't have a Bible. They have the Song of All, which is 1,000 plus cantos, which is all the worldviews of Sarah, which may take even a week to recite if you're going to do them from front to back.
Jesus.
Oh yeah. It's religion through song.
Do they, take breaks for that, or...?
They don't usually recite the entire thing.
Wow.
Usually you have to have a knowledge of them and be able to recite the entire thing. But probably when you're an angel, you don't have to drink or technically breathe or anything like that, so... No, I think they have to breathe. They don't have to drink and they don't have to sleep. So you can just do it the entire time. But... regardless, let's check in with our amazing group of people as they are enjoying their stay here at this small village that's actually small and new enough that it doesn't have an official name. Yeah.
I dubbed the village of Bob.
No. I mean, you made slight friends with the Elder and with the one religious leader there, Father Brown. But let's go on to, hey, Wyntris. How's Wyntris doing with everything that's going on?
Wyntris is trying to protect her friend Carrie from being massacred in this night.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what she thinks is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But Lindsy is suffering because she ate an entire box of cookies.
Aww. Mom.
Look, I've been there and eaten too much. But I don't think I've done cookies. I think I had an entire bag of candy one time. That's bad. But anyway, how about Claude? Joe, how's Claude doing?
Claude was setting the room up this entire time. He just left that situation alone.
It's in the place, because it's a communal in room. You're just I'm gonna make sure everybody's got a nice bed set up, everything's looking nice around here.
Especially Radiant's bed. I feel really bad that she got sucked into doing that. So it's I'm making sure her area is very nice, even though she doesn't sleep.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Lee, how's Maxwell doing?
He's good. He's a little bit flabbergasted knowing that one of his friends might be crucified, but he'll do his best to try and prevent that. That's about it, though. He's still kind of pissed that he had to pay an extra gold because of that one guy.
It's okay. Just take your mask off and let them know who you really are.
So Fish, how's Kazran
Then she can
doing?
have some company.
Kazran is gonna fuck the kobold.
Mm-hmm.
That's how Kazran's doing.
Yeah.
Please not in the common room.
No, Kaz was disappointed about the lack of private rooms for a reason. All right.
Yes, I know.
He has class.
I'm just saying because Claude personally, he doesn't sleep. He is aware of everything around him. He just doesn't move. So that would be really awkward. Claude's just like laying there like,
Oh God!
I don't want to be aware of this.
We already get enough awkward staring at people when they sleep on Sunday with Banner because he's a Warforged and also doesn't actually sleep and just is like in a state of rest. Just sitting there staring.
Well, in our group, we have 3 people who don't need to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I have to at least lie motionless for 4 hours,
Yeah,
but
like
I
a
don't
corpse.
sleep.
Like a corpse.
Yes.
Yes. How's Carrie doing with all this?
Well, she's learning how to fly, so that's good.
Mhm.
But also, she's learned that apparently she might be crucified, which isn't good.
Well, you could always just go invisible.
That is true. However, that requires me to remember that.
Mhm.
She's never tried going invisible, has she?
Yeah, she
Yes,
has.
she did.
She messed with the librarian.
Yeah, she
She
broke
messed
into a
with the
fucking bookstore.
library, yeah, the
She did.
bookstore, and messed with them, and then got caught.
Oh, I probably wasn't there for that. Whoops.
It was the same day we went hat shopping, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
You missed all those great hats.
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck?
All right. So, all of you will settle in for the evening. Your party kind of taking up all their spots and resting. What's the plan in the morning?
To go to the actual city that we were supposed to go to?
Yeah,
Well, we can't go to that cool church mountain?
later.
Alright,
But we
alright.
gotta. I mean, that we just are still technically on the job with Nim. And the job is to get him to. Whatever the fuck it was.
Lattimore.
Benalia, actually.
Benalia.
But you're stopping at Lanoir along the way.
Yes.
Mhm.
I almost said lawnmower because we always called them lawnmower elves.
Benalia. And
Mhm.
Llanowar.
As you're packing up and getting ready to leave, though, the priest comes in, Father Brown. He'll kind of come up to all of you and be like, I have heard some rumors going around about what your party is doing. Unfortunately, some of them may have already spread to Serra. I would suggest you...
Rumors get around really quick here.
Yeah, they really do. It's just like a day.
It's not even a day, it was a night.
It's a very small town.
How close is Circe?
Far enough that it probably might spread if someone left early to get there.
What sort of rumors, Father?
The ones you started.
I want to hear it from his mouth.
There's been words of, your friend. Now,
I look around.
the Madam Angel did inform me of what was going on actually when we talked, as you recall. That I know your friend there is not truly a demon, but only a unfortunate soul blessed with their blood. And, I am saddened that curse and burden has been put upon you, my child. Perhaps if you were to join the Church of Sarah, you could find some redemption there, but I will not force it now. That is not why I came here, to see that. But you may want to stop by the Cathedral of Sarah. It might be prudent if word spreads to them by the time you get to Circe. It isn't far from Circe. And there's another place that perhaps Madame Radiant would want to visit, though. Along the southern end of the mesa, there's a small isolated chapel. A place where both the light of Sarah and the shadows of the world meet. It might be prudent for you to visit this place, far from the beaten path. I hear word that there's at least one other like you, child. That he turns to Radiant. One whose light and whose dark are combined in their soul. Anyway, I will leave you to pack up and leave. It seems that there are many tensions in town since you came, travelers, and I apologize that not all are as willing to listen as myself. I try to be reasonable with my flock, but...
I have a meta question. Do we know how to get to that church?
Probably a road.
The actual Church of Serra will be... There is a road from it from Circe.
Okay.
If anybody wants to roll a religion check, maybe you know about the Church of Serra.
Hey, I'm fucking smart.
I'll try it.
Well, it's the Cathedral of Sarah, I should say.
Wow! Freaking power roll over here.
I have question.
Okay. Sure.
So no, I guess it doesn't matter. I was about to say I have favorite enemy on Celestial, so I don't know if that would help.
It would help if you wish to murder Radiant or any other Angel of Sarah.
Well, it also helps with just checks regarding...
That is true. This would be one that technically wouldn't apply, I'd say.
Yeah, that's
Apparently, I have heard...
Yes.
I have heard a lot.
As
in
have
my
I,
travels.
apparently.
The Cathedral of Sarah is said to be the place of the final resting place of Sarah herself. That Sarah sent an incarnation onto the earth to walk among us to spread her word. And the old stories say that she was attacked upon Circe when traveling upon it, and a young monk known as Brother Angus came upon her and saved her from the ruffians. He brought her to a small place that he was staying at to learn the holy ways of the world. And it was during this time, as her physical form that she had grifted to the earth passed away, that the final songs of all were spread. Cantos 1001 to 1020, which are the Brother Angus's Lament, they're known as, were imparted, and where Circe was blessed by her. And since then, the blessings of Sarah have been upon Circe. So next to the main cathedrals in Benalia, this is the most religious place of all of Sarah.
Interesting.
You will probably also know that there are a number of the number of Sarah angels in that area are large, and also there are those said to be from Sarah's angelic realm, which is actually like, I'll give you with like at least Claude, you'll know that you've heard stories that during the War of Phyrexia, Sarah's angelic realm that she had created for all her angels was actually invaded by them. They were like an extra-dimensional threat. They found their way to their realm. And the survivors are either in Benalia, or their descendants, or here.
And that's a horrid thought for Phyrexian angels.
Fortunately, there doesn't seem to have been much, capture and completion. Also, there are technically Phyrexian angels. Just look at New Phyrexian Atraxia.
I'm just saying, it's a scary thought.
Yeah.
Look, if they had captured angels and were experimenting on them, we'd know because there would be one inside of you.
There could be. I might not know all the voices in my head yet.
Or Traxa, sorry. Yeah, just look at Traxa. Traxa is what kind of a Phyrexian angel looks like. It's horrifying.
I would think it would be.
Mm-hmm. Anyway. So. He will leave you. I wish you the best of luck in your journeys. Hopefully, you can find your way. Apologies that I could not be of more assistance in any way to your journeys.
I appreciate the help that you've offered us.
Yes, thank you.
I kind of just nod.
So, what's the plan now?
Well.
They're gonna kill you, Carrie.
What say you guys about checking out the church? This sounds like a cool place, especially if there's another angel involved that similar to Radiant.
I wouldn't mind investigating. A short detour could be interesting.
Yeah.
I'd say it's up to Radiant. This
Why
would
don't-
involve her more than anyone.
If there are rumors of me doing something with you all, perhaps that should take us to the cathedral itself first. I fear that when we arrive in Circe, and we can learn where this isolated, this chapel on the edge is, we may run into forces that will bring us to the cathedral itself.
Carrie, we gotta run. We gotta run, Carrie. They're bringing you to your death.
Well, we should probably get started on heading to that cathedral then, shall we?
We should head for Circe first, I think. Yes, that sounds like a wonderful idea.
Oh, that too. Forgot about that.
I haven't been to a church in forever. Wonder if there's anything interesting to drink there.
Sacramental wine.
Oh, I was just gonna say.
We'll bless everything until we're all verschnickered.
You already had that option, and you decided not to do it. Joe did.
Yes. In another game,
This week,
in our off-stream game,
they
we
found
found a fountain that produced sacramental wine.
it was not good wine. But you
Yeah,
could
it
drink
never is.
But it was a fountain of endless sacramental wine for all your religious ceremonies.
Lame.
In a crypt.
It was in a crypt too. Anyway, so all right, you can depart your ragtag team of adventurers can depart, which now you have 10 individuals with a kobold, can depart north to Circe Papra, to the Mesa, and to the village. When you begin the journey up the side of the Mesa, the trail itself is a little winding, steep. It seemed well used and enough that it's not too difficult to travel upon, but you can definitely tell it's something that is probably rarely used, only if necessary, for trade and stuff. It's wide enough for a cart to move on, and even with this wind, you think that perhaps one could maneuver all right, as long as you control it. It's definitely be careful you don't let it fall because it's going to roll and probably fall off the side kind of thing.
Slow going.
It's slow going with supplies. But for now, all of you can enjoy your trip farther north. Eventually, though, you will emerge out into Sorcery Proper, and it is beautiful. It is a large, open plain. You kind of have to see like that there is the mesa itself is actually has a little bit of like a kind of like a cliffside, so you have to kind of climb up and down into the center of this mesa, as it's kind of like the inside fell down in a bit or something, almost making it like a very light caldera. But the sides of it are not like so massive that you definitely call it a caldera. And you're even then when you go down, you're much higher up than you were when you were on the ground. The grasses, and there's grasses, fields of flowers, just areas of just pure beauty. As you look around, you can see some of the magnificent creatures that live here. In the skies above, Hekasai, flying horses, white as snow, just flying around. As you kind of like make your way, you have to stop for a second where you see a unicorn. Beautiful, majestic, in amongst the flowers, as it just kind of like rears back for a second when it sees all of you, and then kind of moves off into the flowers.
Oh, he's so cute. Oh.
As you can feel like, as for a second, like, it seems as though it doesn't want anything to do with you. And you can just see this kind of like, this brightness and like good feelings that washes all over you. And you all of a sudden will notice that, wait a second, you have crowns of flowers on your heads.
Thank you.
Oh.
It'll like rise up and neigh, you know, in the distance at you.
I sniff a flower.
It smells beautiful. Like, Wyntris is like, probably could go up to a unicorn and be like, wee! Unicorn!
Is this like an actual unicorn?
It's
like, I kind of had to like, my call died on me.
It's an actual unicorn.
Yeah, it's a full-on unicorn, dude.
Full-on unicorn, and it gave us flower wreaths on our heads.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, unicorn.
And you all feel very
Have a
good.
life.
Can we... It's not here anymore? We can't pet it?
I mean, it didn't like come
It was
close.
far away.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mhm.
I'm more worried about the Pegasus flying overhead. Hopefully none of them have to poop.
I hope
Wow. You're so practical.
Well, think about it. You have horses flying
Look,
over your
Brett.
head.
not. I really don't want to think about it.
Imagine if they were like hippos when they pooped and just like helicoptered it too.
Well, no, but it would probably encase
Maybe it's very
it-
bird-like.
It would probably encase poor Kaz.
Maybe it's very bird-like. It's just a little bit here and there. Maybe those bird wings give them, like, you know, the ability to not kill people by going to the bathroom in the air.
I doubt it.
Uh-huh.
The bottom parts are horses.
Why is that where your mind went?
I don't know if this is where his mind went, but it's drugged the entire conversation down to a
I'm
weird
just saying
spot.
it's a danger.
It's a danger that we don't really need to bring up. It wasn't going to come up until you brought it up.
That's like if you went on the subway and thought, well, you know, there's always a chance it'll derail for some reason. You don't need to say that. They know.
Uh-huh.
Hey, when you have multiple horses flying over your head,
God.
the statistics go up on the chance of that.
It doesn't ever happen.
It's a non-issue.
It's a non-issue. It's like sloths. They only poop in certain areas, so they have to sloths don't poop. They have to climb down to the ground to poop. The Pegasi land and poop. There you go. Are you happy?
Okay, now that we've sorted out the bathroom mechanics of flying horses.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you for that. Okay, now that I've sorted that out, you'll continue your journey into the majestic and beauty of Sorcery.
Yeah, the poop-covered landscape.
Oh, God. Everywhere is. It's part of life. Stop making it worse.
The poor statues in Circe.
Stop it, Joe. This has gone too far. You're going too far. You're taking this and going, woo!
Yeah, you're beating a dead Pegasus with this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good at doing that.
Yes. Anyway, you'll continue on to Circe. Circe itself is an interesting mix of what you could say is very rural and new. It's obvious that the original inhabitants of the plains probably were much more rural, agrarian. They didn't mind having just one large village that kind of spread out. But you can see inspiration from Benalia. Especially Carian, since you are used to, and you kind of come from an area closer to Benalia, you know their nature of, settlement. They're much more civilized, roads, walls, stone structures, that kind of thing. Anyway, as you're approaching the place, though, you'll notice that a group of Pegasi seem to be circling you.
Is there anyone riding them?
In fact, yes, they are. You now see as they come flying down, armored figures atop armored Pegasi. Landing with, with the wings out, regal, brandishing, lances and swords, and being like, "Halt! Who goes there, travelers? Are you friend or foe to Circe?"
Friend.
Friend.
Yeah, definitely friend.
Friend.
Then welcome. Knights of Circe are always fine to see friends of the kingdom here. This far
Out of curiosity, what would you have done if we had said foe?
Well, we would have run you
Probably
through
killed.
long
We would've
before
been
you would have ever said anything else. Good
Understandable. I would do the same if I were in your position.
Max, don't interrupt the garden, man.
My apologies, Wyntris. Carry on, good sir.
Mm-mm. Though if you had lied, I would have also known about it.
That's fun. That's a fun ability.
So, what if we said foe, but we were lying?
Then you would have been deceitful and foolish, and wished to get into a fight with us for I have no idea what reason. At that point in
Okay.
time, we would have probably not seemed to sought your end, but at least enough to beat you up and throw you into the local jail.
Yeah.
Oh,
who
that's
would-
fun!
Has anyone
Would,
ever answered foe?
No.
How would you have known we were lying?
Who would ever try to get captured on purpose? That's such a dumb plan.
It's an airport. It's an airport.
That's what happened yesterday. We're not talking about that.
Okay.
Just trust me when I say I'm aware. Well,
What are you wearing?
whether you lie or not. Anyway, along with you, into the city itself. Good luck on your journeys. And remember, as long as you are friends, the Knights of Circe shall protect you!
I wave happily as I walk past him.
Yeah.
Thank
He
you.
flies off
I
into
give
the
him-
air.
I didn't know he was gonna fly.
That's what he was
I gonna,
doing.
hand him-
When he said, protect you! It's like taking flight and flying up into the air with the Knights.
Wait, I have a question.
He's
I was
long
gonna
gone.
I was gonna tip the guy. I was gonna give him like a silver for like the awesome display.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I think that would be technically a bribe.
It would probably be considered a bribe.
Yeah, you shouldn't bribe a guard.
No, it's for doing his job.
That doesn't.
He's technically
And for being friendly.
He's technically not. He is a guard, but he's actually technically part of a knight order that protects this entire region. So it's a little bit more than just like your local town guard, which there probably is an actual sum of. You know.
Alright, he just seemed cool. I wanted to tip him.
All right. So you've arrived in Circe. There are some like fields and kind of like farmlands you'll have to pass by as you're kind of going into there. But there's like that kind of inner thing of like the fields themselves and the like gentle grasses and flowers seem to intersperse everywhere. So even like when you've got your like well-worn fields, you kind of see like outside the areas that have been plowed and tilled and planted, you'll just kind of see flowers and stuff all around them, you know. And the crops are plentiful. This area is actually really nice. And you know, it just seems like just like reasonable temperature. The weather is clear. Just a couple of small clouds occasionally, you know. Lots of sunlight. You can see like there seems to be a good traffic of Pegasi in here, as there seems to be an area where they are being kept in like stables and stuff. There seems to be a number of like main streets that you're coming into. One of them, kind of one of the main streets here. The roads themselves, dirt for this part. You can see there seems to be a central avenue that is kind of that crosses with yours. That kind of is loosely cobbled. Probably the first road that's been cobbled in the entire area. Lots of small houses, small businesses of various types. There does seem to be this almost like influx of people. You can definitely see the mixings of the cultures. You're not sure for how long Benalia has been here, but they certainly are part of the village now. There is some actual, like, old, like, certain people will wear, like, this cloth kind of thing that looks, maybe a little bit more simple and has very, like, open colors, which you feel like is more like a traditional, probably, Circean outfit. While there are those that some wear some of, like, the basics that you'd see, like, as your basic villager, that a lot of times is used in Benalia. As you kind of come into the main square, where there's this depiction of like a stone statue that's been made that shows a ring of Pegasi, and up from that is what appears to be an angelic figure. One of the people dressed in more like the traditional cloth, and a knight-like figure, and seemingly representing the uniting between those that lived in Circe, those of Benalia, and the Church of Serra, as they came to make this place their true home. There is a local inn here, if you wish to stay, called the White Wing. White Wing. What do you want to do? You're like in the center of town. Things are busy here.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Wyntris just tripped it on the cobblestone.
Yeah.
I'm stuck.
They got a shop in this town?
Sure, plenty.
I'm sure they have many shops in this town.
Yeah.
Okay, what types of shops do they got?
What are you looking for?
More shopping sprees.
Something unique and not what we're normally used to, like traveler's goods. Like something different.
Souvenir.
Oh, I almost pulled my desk down.
I'm going to be practical and keep an eye open for any shops that have desert gear.
There don't seem to be... You don't see anything directly that might sell desert gear. You see a couple of places that might offer it. it's kind of hard to like notice anyone in particular. There are a number of clothing places. You will see that there is well, you don't see much, I'll say. Just kind of looking around.
I guess I'll look around for general stores.
There's like a general store, sure.
I'll go
I would
Claude
assume
to the
like
general store.
I would assume one of them probably would have.
They got a few things that could probably be used for desert. They don't look to have like an actual supply of anything, at least on display.
I'll ask.
Yeah, sir. What are you looking for?
We're planning to cross the desert.
Oh, well, if you are, I have a couple of things. Extra water skins. If you're traveling by, like, cart or your own personal caravan or something, we got some barrels that we can supply, which can fill with water there.
We're hoping to actually see if we could hire a caravan.
Oh, you're going to want to go to the western side of town there. There is a trading post there.
Okay. Well,
the Golden Road.
Golden Road. I will mark that down.
If you aren't supplying any of your own stuff, they got stuff. You can get on probably a caravan like that if you need to cross the desert. The caravan takes you all the way to Dominaria. So, if you are planning on getting off somewhere along the way, just getting their help crossing the desert, just let them know. You know, just be polite. Other than that, I can't help you out much on that. Unless you're looking for water skins, barrels, or anything like. Most of the stuff that's probably useful for traveling through there, they have supply of. Sell there to individuals too.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the information. I'm actually going to put down a silver on the counter for him.
Oh, thank you kindly, sir, and I hope you enjoy your stay here at Cersei.
Thank you.
All right.
Is there anything you wanted to ask?
What are you selling, kind sir?
Well, we got some farming gear. In the back, I got some seeds, fertilizers, and things of the like. Over here, let's see here. We have a couple of work clothes. If you're looking for something a little bit more fashionable, there's a tailor down the road. Let's see here. Some basic tools from around the house. Plates, cups, you like it. Oh, I don't know what you're really looking for. Ropes, chains, twines, sewing needles. If you're going to look for one of our few streams, there's some fishing gear. The fish around here, very good.
Do you happen to have anything magical?
Oh, magical. Jeez. I don't think I've got anything that's enchanted per se. No, you know, I might have something. Something that my grandfather left. Never bothered selling it, but if you got enough coin, I probably could part with it. It's nothing like family heirloom or anything. He said it was this material that you could wipe it on anything and it would break down anything that was sticky. I think he called it a universal solver.
That
Get it,
sounds,
fuck, get it.
That sounds like that could be useful. How much would you charge for it?
Oh, let me think here. That's tough to say. I haven't thought about selling it before. That's the thing. Is it's a I think.
Can I?
Let me see what I can. What I got. He's gonna take a look around, pull it out. Yeah, here we go. Unfortunately, I think it's about halfway used. It looks like in the bottle. I don't know. It's just like bottle that's kind of got like a white liquid in it or something. That's got kind of like a looks like a kind of dropper. It kind of looks like almost like a thick milk or something.
Okay.
Oh, I couldn't part with it for a small amount. He said it was something he came across by chance when he went on an adventure long ago. I don't know where he went to. I can't remember the stories. But I think for like... Unfortunately, because it is so rare, I probably would have to at least be 1,000 to part with it. Maybe even more. I haven't even thought of the price.
1,000... what exactly?
Gold.
1,000 gold for half a bottle. Can I see a demonstration of this in action?
Well, I mean, if I use it up...
Well, if it's used up, it would be cheaper then, no?
Well, if it's used up, it would be gone.
Well, certainly you can use a single droplet, no? Not the whole container. I just want to make sure this works. This sounds rather expensive for 1,000 gold.
Well, I mean, it's true. Well, look, I could probably part with it for, let's say, since it's a half a bottle, we might be able to part with it for less.
Can I make like an Arcana check?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think this guy's lying, but I need to see it happen just to make sure, because...
I think that'd be very expensive for university.
Yeah, that's not worth it for that much. Like, I could get potions for cheaper than that.
Let me put it this way. The only reason it's so expensive is it's technically a legendary item.
Oh.
Okay.
But it is highly consumable. So, like, I don't know what price I'm supposed to give for it because it says it's a legendary item.
Oh, it's so much more than 1,000, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So much. It's like, I think...
Well, we don't even have that much gold, so
yeah,
it
we
doesn't
don't.
matter.
Like, that's not even, like, viable for us to get. And that sounds really situational, too, so I don't know how, if we can actually, like, stand to gain from it. Assuming we don't get mugged and lose it, right? It's always a possibility.
It is a very expensive thing that it's basically like, it's glue remover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, but it's any sealing.
Yeah.
Even like welding can be removed with it.
That could be super good for, like, a thief.
Yeah, no.
Up to 1 square foot of adhesive,
But you can spread it out between those.
including sovereign glue.
Yes. Which is sort of like magic super glue.
Yeah.
The only thing that can break sovereign glue is this solvent and the wish spell.
Yeah.
But we don't have that kind of money anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Ooh, they added something. Oil of etherealness can also get rid of sovereign glue because you make it ethereal.
Well,
Then it's just a chunk of glue in the ethereal plane. You just litter the freaking ethereal plane with glue.
well, good sir, I'm going to level with you. I certainly don't have that much money on me.
Well,
And-
look, you know, as I said, that's the only thing of magic I would have. Sorry to
Fair.
say.
It's okay. It's kind of a shame because it did look fairly appealing, but I'm sure another customer will be able to take it off your hands at some
Well, I
point.
mean, again, it's not... If someone's looking for something magical per se, I don't think anybody's really asked. Up until now. And any time I've been here. Most things that have... most weapons and armor that have enchantments on them usually go to the knights. Anything of any kind of power a wizard would have. And we don't have any wizards here in town.
Perhaps I'll need to take a visit and talk to the knights to see about this.
I think at least one of the knights is actually a mage of some kind, but I mean, that's besides the point. They're not like, they're still a knight more than a mage.
Of course. Well, thank you for your kindness, good sir. The last encounter I had with a merchant didn't end too well, and I gave him a silver. You know, for his
thank you very
kindness.
much. And good luck.
Absolutely.
Enjoy
He
your
just,
time.
he just made 2 silver for talking to 2 people.
I know. He's like, score. This is the best day of my business. I didn't have to sell anything.
What was your name, good sir, before I depart?
Oh, Marcus.
Well, it was a pleasure to meet you, Marcus. My name is Maxwell. Hopefully, I'll see you again if I'm in town.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing in the meantime while the two of them are talking at the shop?
Me and Carrie are chatting.
I was probably going to look into the inn.
Okay. Nim will go with you.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Our money back. I mean,
If-
matter of fact,
Wait a second.
I've been thinking about it, and it's probably better that I don't go to a cathedral right now. So if you folks want to take our angel compatriot to the cathedral, I'll stay here in the inn. Let's see here. 5 rooms for, let's say, 2 weeks. We'll say 2 weeks. Here you go. All right. I'm going to go drink and get some food and go rest. Whenever you want to depart for a friend, I've given 2 weeks of time.
I think he just has a bag of endless gold.
Yeah, I'm convinced.
He
Dude
could
just
definitely
uses
go.
money.
He could go get that legendary item if you wanted.
He probably
He
could.
probably
Good,
already has
actually.
it.
Yeah,
He probably already has some.
Can I ask Nim about it?
If you want to.
You're not there.
If you want to,
Oh,
when you
Nim,
come meet with them. Well, I mean, after you're done there, you could find everybody, like, Carrie and Wyntris are just chatting in town square, I guess, then.
Yeah, we're like sitting on a bench or something. And we're
Sitting
like,
on the statue.
Yeah.
Riding one of the Pegasi statues.
Again, it's not a full statue. It's
God,
like,
you
it's a
did
ring
that.
of them that are, like, under the thing, so you have to kind of, like, climb up and sit on, like, an angel's back in order to be technically on the Pegasi.
It's the world's shittiest merry-go-round.
That is accurate.
Pegasi round. Oh no, Calliope music.
So, well, we have lodging now.
Seems cozy.
I found out
wanted-
where we can get a caravan.
That's useful.
West side of town, the Golden Trading Post.
The Golden
That's a
Road.
lot more convenient than walking on foot.
What was it?
The Golden Road trading post.
Golden Road Trading Post. Sorry.
So do you guys want to depart for the, what was it, the church today or tomorrow?
I think tonight we stay here, get our bearings, and we can leave for the church in the morning.
Sounds like a good idea.
Hopefully, there will be no rumors of any of us trying to be purified or crucified.
Parlor suddenly just.
I wouldn't mind being
Hey there,
pure.
sir. Mr. Goblin.
Yes?
Mr. Goblin.
Mr. Goblin. Mhm. Want to play the organ?
My cousin just came in from town, from a small village nearby. He said that you're on some kind of holy quest to do something with a demon. Make it either kill it or repent it, whichever happens first. Is this true? I saw out in the square. There's all that demonic-looking fella out there. I guess it's technically a madam, but you know. But you don't know them kind, do you?
I'm gonna just let him keep running on and keep putting his foot in his mouth.
I am
Anyway.
so tempted to just turn into my demon form.
No, that's fine.
Are we all with you, Kazran?
I mean, where is this happening? Is this just?
This is probably
Town.
like the small tavern below the inn.
Yeah.
Which we were going to meet up with them at.
Yeah, you just met up with him less than a couple minutes ago, and
Yeah,
he came up with
so-
it. Like, he interrupted the conversation. He was like, "Psst, hey, goblin fella."
This is the rumor that you're going with. This is what you've heard.
Well,
Do you
I mean,
normally believe all the rumors that you hear? Is that just
I
like your
wasn't
thing?
gonna until you showed up.
Oh yeah.
Where are you curious, good sir?
It was a goblin, an elf, a fish lady, and an angel. With some other folks, too. The angel's holy crusade.
Uh huh. And so, So that's a yes, you just listen to the rumors that you hear and you go, oh, sure, this is believable. A holy crusade, yes. Those happen all the time.
I mean, sorta.
Don't believe every rumor that you hear, that's what I'm going to say.
I heard there was a holy crusade back in Dominaria once them Cabal agents lost their demon lord. They say that they slaughtered every last one of them, purify the city from their influence.
Look, old stories don't describe what the world is like now. They're old for a reason. They're not recent. You can't... It's not that I'm playing up the fact that I have fucking 8 charisma and I'm bad at describing things.
Yeah.
Look, the rumor's not fucking true. That's what's important. We're not on some holy crusade. You don't have to worry about any sort of big drama happening. We're just travelers. We're traveling. It's like a normal group of travelers with some more eccentric party members. That's all it is.
Can I detect thoughts on Mr. Other Goblin?
He's not a goblin, he's just a fucking dude.
He's a
Oh,
regular
it's just a
dude.
guy?
Yeah.
He's the regular guy.
What do you want to know, good sir?
I just want
Most
to know.
exciting thing probably that's happened in this village.
This is a big city that we're in now.
Oh, city in recent time.
It's like city/village, somewhere in between the two of them.
A suburb.
Suburb, yeah. A suburb with no actual city to attach to. It's suburbia, you know. It's not the capital of a state. It's that, like, you know, the third top city kind of thing, or fifth top city. I don't know. Anyway.
We're just passing through. Unless
all right,
you
then.
have anything else you need.
No. I'll just leave you to your holy mission.
What?
Does he
No,
say this loudly?
you don't have to. We're literally just surround. Holy Mission isn't like a weird fucking cover story that we have. We didn't start that.
Holy mission.
Oh my god. No one ever fucking listens to the goblin.
Have a
I'm sure
good
he wouldn't
day,
listen to
sir.
us even if we tried, Catherine.
How did that rumor even get started? Who told them that we're on some holy crusade?
I look at Catherine. Just kind of stare at him. You want the
What?
honest answer?
What the fuck did you do this time?
It was a misunderstanding. That like it all started with me talking smack to a shopkeeper, and then the town elder asking about carrion, and then I was honest as the things do with the tongue and all that, because you know sometimes I can't control it, and one thing or another I tried to tell him one thing and he interpreted it as carrion being the ritual sacrifice, and apparently word spread really fast.
Okay.
So it's not. I wouldn't really say it was my doing.
No,
even
it's
though I was
not your
transparent.
fault. I'll agree. Look, it's not your fault. They just completely misinterpreted the situation.
Absolutely.
Well, if anyone else tells us we're on a holy crusade, we'll tell them to fuck off.
Or we could be polite about it,
I mean, if you want, it's
We
easier
could
to
just
say fuck
ignore
off.
them.
I guess, but maybe we shouldn't make enemies. You never know if anyone's on a quest to crucify her early, if you catch my drift.
Well, then we'll kill them.
In the middle of town.
They attacked us. It's self-defense. I mean, I'm a goblin. They'll execute me if I kill anyone. We'll probably do the same with Carrie for being the demon person. Okay,
Yeah,
so we
they
probably
do the
won't
same
kill
with
anyone.
basically all of us, except for probably Wyntris.
I'm gonna go join the ladies and let them know that we have room.
Great. So we don't kill anyone. But if it comes close, yeah, who's to say?
There.
Or we kill them on the outskirts of town. And burn the bodies. It's fine.
Sure.
Carrie, Wyntris. We have rooms, and you might not Carrie, you may not want to be standing in the middle of the square.
What has been going on in the square while we've been talking this entire time? That's what I want.
Well, Wyntris has noticed nothing because it's Wyntris. And
Yeah.
Carrie has noticed there's a lot of people that keep looking at her.
I highly doubt they're gonna crucify me in the streets, but I mean, are we doing anything? Or are we just gonna go to the inn and drink?
We're going to go drink for a while and relax for the night and then go to the church tomorrow.
Oh, good, so I can see if I'm gonna burn if I step on holy ground. Nice. Listen, I'm a lot more demon than usual. I've been in a church before, but I don't know if things have changed.
Very true. Well, I have a water skid. If you start to set on fire, I will put you out.
I don't know if that's how that works, but thanks.
Does water stop holy fire?
I don't
Yeah, I
know,
don't
but
think
it's
so.
worth a shot.
Just don't pour holy water on me, that might make it worse.
I'm not using holy water.
I don't
Are
know.
you a vampire?
No.
No, that
I
would
know
be
that much. I'm
part
not a
radiant.
vampire. Yeah, that's part radiant.
So vampires are part radiant. Gotcha.
No, radiant,
radiant
is
is
part
part
vampire.
But you just said that vampires are part radiant.
Well, we said it wrong.
But you're never wrong, Carrie.
Oh, I am wrong often. You're thinking of Kaz.
Yeah.
But let's get inside. We already had some villager come up to us and ask us about our holy crusade with you.
So you'll see, like,
were gonna burn you.
up at the bar is Radiant drinking, and, like, it's an odd thing because there's a lot of people in there that are just quiet, and she's sitting at the bar drinking, and she's
And
like,
staring at an angel drink.
yeah, who's sitting at a bar.
I'm gonna sit next to Radiant and start drinking as well.
Put
I
your
really,
arm around
I
her.
really, really wish I could get drunk.
Put your arm around
It's
her.
not
That
quite
would
as
really
funny as it
make
sounds.
people stare.
Being drunk is not nearly as fun as it sounds, Radiant.
Hey, everybody, join us for drinks.
Who's saying that?
Radiant.
Oh, God.
Wait, saying that to us?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you
Okay.
were saying it to like everyone. I'm like,
Yeah.
like
Is
the rest of
Radiant
the whole.
offering me to drink? Aw. I love you, Radiant.
I
I'll
love
come over.
you too, Wyntris.
I'm just gonna come over. I'm gonna put my arm around her for a second, just whisper in her. I'm sorry about Max.
I mean,
Wyntris.
I knew that, like, you can't hide these at all, ever.
No,
So, I mean,
just like you can't hide those.
I mean, when I was coming into here, I knew it would be bad. I just
Awkward.
didn't know it would be this bad.
Well, it doesn't help when someone points it out.
No. There's a large thumping noise from the door as you kind of, like, all turn back. And you just hear Radiant say, shit. As there is, like, kind of just bursting through the door is 3 angels
Wait, where are we?
in the
In a
bar.
bar.
We're in the bar!
3 angels bursted through the bar.
In, like, the front door. Just, like,
Door.
pushed
That one
the,
duck.
like, just pushed open the front door very violently.
Before we get to that, do we want to take?
Yes,
our
that's what I was gonna have us take our break with that happening right there.
Be right back.
Easy, crazy. Oh.
Alright, so we're gonna take our break, bathroom, snack, drink, anything you need to know, as 3 armored angelic figures just burst into the room. Yeah, we'll see what happens when we get back. So see you in a few minutes, folks. All right, everybody, welcome back. All right,
Welcome back.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome back, Cotter.
So, yeah, angels burst into the tavern, 3 of them, as you were drinking for a little while, and so probably all of you are just slightly inebriated, those of you that can get drunk.
I can, but it's very difficult for me.
Yes. And, well, you know, they're looking very upset.
Friends of yours, Radiant.
In the general
Family?
term, yes. Also in the general term, yes.
Oh. Great.
I'll look over. I'm just gonna look at them.
Mm-hmm. They're just going to be looking kind of over you. 2 of the figures are like almost like kind of helmeted. They're going to kind of just stand back as the one in armor with like a sword at her side is going to kind of saunter up. Massive wings. You can just see the other rabble, which has kind of still been watching a little bit, kind of like just back away.
I want to wave happily and say hello in Celestial.
She'll kind of like give like a puzzled look for a second, and then like kind of like ignore you, pulling out the sword and kind of pointing it towards Carrie and being like, "Why has this come upon our land?"
Why have you come upon our conversation? I'll say it's celestial.
It's very rude to just walk in while we're drinking and accuse of things. It's very rude.
I haven't even done anything yet.
Ignored me. It's
I'm
proper
sticking
to
out
say
of this
hello
one. They don't seem very
back.
friendly.
I'm patting Wyntris on the head.
You'll see Radiant kind of like get up, kind of like give like a small like kind of bow. Oh, great Aramel, shield of grace, protector of the Cathedral of Sarah. We mean no disrespect for coming here. In fact, we are going to come by and visit. And you do not have to worry about my friend here, though she has the blood of the Abyss within her. She herself is not a true child of the Abyss. Grandchild of the Abyss.
The grandchild part is the important part.
I wanted him.
Still rude to interrupt us while we're drinking.
Gosh, she didn't even say hi back.
She's very rude. She's very rude.
You come in here and drink in a bar rather than come visit us directly? It wasn't part of my original plan to come visit. We were just passing through. It just so happened that church fellows insisted that we probably should if we're here, and I honestly forgot to visit.
Radiant's very forgetful.
What was the name of the Archangel?
Aramel.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
It
No,
is
Armo.
Armal, Shield of Grace. There it is in the chat.
I stand up and say, hold on. Let me look at this. I stand up, bow in front of her, and say, "My apologies, Aramal, Shield of Grace. We were planning to actually visit the church tomorrow. We were only taking a brief hiatus today to rest our spirits."
And what, 2 of you wouldn't just burst into holy flame as soon as you arrived? I would have assumed.
Wait, 2 of you?
She's kind of looking at you.
Well, whatever do you mean?
You're just a sack of bones.
Bones thing.
How does she know?
She's an angel.
She's an angel.
She probably has like detect undead.
Detect,
Good and evil.
Detect good and evil just does that, and certain angels have that just active. You know?
Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you know what lies beneath the mask, huh?
It's not hard to see.
Well, We're not hostile, if that means anything. Just because our appearances look like this doesn't mean we're necessarily evil.
Our sisters in the capital may have gone lax and allowed the masses below to be corrupted, but a lot of you need more than just words and a honeyed tongue to prove yourself of anything of use. So, you're coming with us. We will go to the cathedral, and you will prove yourselves more than just mere dark blots and rabble. All of you.
Can I finish my drink?
Take it with you.
Oh,
What do you have in store for us? I mean, we bear peace.
I'm
So this
actually
is a bit of a shock to the system.
I'm going to take a step closer too and just be like, have we done anything to break your laws?
The laws of the Church and the laws of Benalia are quite different. The laws of the Church protect this place. And we have yet to determine whether you've broken those.
What
Like
sort of
what,
laws do
existing?
these entail? All we've done is simply have a pint and be very generous to a local vendor.
It's true.
Is it my fault my mother was a demon?
I thought she was a half demon.
Quarter.
I mean, when you
Huh?
were
No, her
put
mother.
into existence, were you
No,
able to choose?
no, my mother was
You
a
came
full
into
demon.
Your mother was a
existence
full
as-
demon. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was half.
Yeah, her mother was a full demon.
But her
Does,
mother was born on Dominaria, though.
Does the Shield of Justice have any response to that? With the whole me saying,
Shield
you
of
know,
Grace, thank you.
Shield of. I'm sorry,
Uh-huh,
Shield
it's
of
okay.
Grace.
I could tell her
Shield of
that her
glass.
grace where she can stick her shield.
Ooh. Well, let's not go there. Let's be friendly. They could probably one-shot us. We don't know what level they are.
Look, let me put it this way. Radiant could probably kick the rest of your butts by herself, and she's a lesser angel.
Oh man, that's scary to think about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go with the meat angel.
Small drunk one, you at least seem to have purity in your soul. Why do you travel with these?
Oh, thank you. It's because I love them. I can love you too.
Also,
Hey,
she's
she's
sober.
the one who set the village on fire. Wasn't me.
And me.
You don't think your laws are a tad bit judgmental to just
Max,
for being?
why don't we just go with them and
Okay.
not get a crusade of holy fire down upon us?
Okay, all right.
We can
alright.
convince them when we're in a place that they feel safer and not so stabby.
Fair.
Alright,
I just simply be okay.
so
I'm gonna, real quick, I'm gonna wink at Snaz and say, hey, save the bed for me, will you?
Snoz will just be sitting there like, I don't know them. Okay, so it'll be the 6 of you who are being taken to the Cathedral of Sarah. You're going to be escorted there for a long walk for the evening. It'll be a few hours walk to get there through the night. With beautiful moonlight above, the flowers glistening, you know.
The entire walk, I'm hanging off of Carrie, just intermediate sobs.
I'm just staring into the back of, into the face or back of the head of the lead angel the entire time.
The lead angel has already left, leaving the 2 to escort you.
Okay,
close by.
I'm staring at one of them.
They're to the
I'm
sides
enjoying my
escorting you, and then you can see that there is a couple other angels farther above, flying above you. Radiance is going to walk with the rest of you and be nice.
How talkative are the other 2 guys feeling?
They do not say anything. They don't seem to respond when you speak to them either.
Looks like, looks like Radiant, you're one of the most civil of your kind.
No, it's just that we are, unfortunately... It's not a good time.
Racist.
No.
They are racist.
You're racist.
No.
The angels are racist.
No.
You're just a
No.
little racist.
You're a little racist against demons.
Hear out Radiant, please, so we don't get terms of service.
Demons tend to do very bad things. Like, the majority of the time. 99% of the time. And the other 1%, they tend to just be planning to do bad things. You are an exception because you have mortal blood within you. And therefore you can live past the debaser feelings and horribleness that is within your blood.
They also don't.
I have
That's
seen
one
you do
thing
some
I wanna
things.
do.
I have seen you do some stuff which is morally questionable. Downright evil, no. Morally questionable, yes. But
Are you
I
talking
assume
about the
all-
drugs?
The drug?
Is it the drugs?
that's just some of it.
Haven't we all?
Yeah.
Well,
Really not
Wyntris
my type at this
hasn't,
point.
and
Wyntris burned the village down.
not
She
in my
did try to
presence.
burn the village down.
Why do people keep
I was
freaking out that
thinking,
thing?
so,
And Maxwell also has tended to be the most morally high ground person here, though he says the wrong thing very often.
That's because of the tongue, unfortunately.
Or mentally prized too often.
That's true.
I thought it was just because maybe, you know, a human mind in a body that shouldn't be that old as you are.
Well,
He does seem a bit crazy, doesn't he, Radiant?
But anyway, yes.
Yeah.
So, most of you, not bad, but morally questionable. And,
I'll drink to that.
Yes. And those tend to be looked down upon on this area of the world. The morally questionable side of things. Not that there doesn't be things, like drinking in a bar tends to be accepted. But as there have been some things with the end of the Cabal and other stuff that's been going on with trying to maintain a control over the church and over protection of the people that have caused some tensions. And it's one of the many reasons that I went on my own merry way. Because I'm morally questionable too.
I didn't want to come over here, Radiant. I'm sorry. I didn't want to come here. I didn't want my friend to be hanged. She's gonna get hanged, isn't she?
Remind
Probably
me
not
if
gonna
we
be.
ever run into the man who helped transport us here to give him a
Well,
piece
he's
of
gonna
my
get
mind.
Didn't we want to go to here first, though?
We were intending on going to the cathedral anyway. It would have been nice to do it willingly.
Well, no, the man who transported us here from under the sea. We
thought
were
he was gonna
supposed to
send
go
us-
straight to Benalia.
No,
or,
we were
no,
gonna go to
straight to
Surrey.
Landmore.
No, to Surrey.
Oh,
I
oh
was
yeah.
gonna send you here.
Oh yeah.
But then there would have also been less rumors, and you could also have been, like, more... Maybe we could have been more stealthy. I probably couldn't have hid the wings, but...
Oh, I was thinking about that, by the way. It would be uncomfortable, but you could wear the bag of holding open on your back and have the wings inside of it. It would look like just a backpack, essentially.
there,
on
are
the side of
other,
the wings.
there are other winged races in Dominaria. I could just cloak myself up next time.
I was going to say wear a cloak or a cape.
We have to purchase one. Maybe they have some very nice ones in Lanoir, but I don't think I want to purchase one here. I mean,
Well,
my
that's if we get out of this
many of my
situation.
brethren would be able to tell who I am, but that's besides the point. Maybe we
Radiant,
can
you don't
do
think
the
they'd
same.
attack us, would you?
If we aren't something that would threaten the church or the people, if they don't see us as that, we should be fine. But the thing is, they're not looking on us directly. They're seeing if, like, they interpret us as a threat to the church and the people. Which means we don't necessarily need to have committed a crime if they see that our existence would be threatening. I'd probably be fine, but not treated
Yeah.
well.
Right.
Don't cry, Radiant.
I think I'm more worried about myself and Carrion.
If we could get to Benalia, I know Lyra. She would at least be reasonable to talk to, but I don't know the. I have never met Aramal before. If you're unaware, Lyra is the head of the angels in Benalia, in the capital. She was the one that allowed me to travel. So, of course, if we were around her, but different sects of angels, different rules.
I don't suppose we can send, like, a carrier pigeon to call for her aid if things get bad.
Well, it's also the problem of where these angels come from. Aramel is the leader of the angels here, which some of them are blessed with the birth from the blessings of Benalia upon this land, some of the angels here, but Aramal and a few other of her coterie are children of Sarah that come from her realm, that have been here guarding the cathedral since the Great Fall, the Great Migration. The angels suffered from pyrexia just as Rath did. We assume that they attacked us first in order to prevent our full assistance from helping them when they attacked Dominaria. That's what they said within the church. There are even rumors that because this place here once held Sarah's mortal body, the one she gave herself to wander the land, that it was a Phyrexian agent that stopped her from spreading the word of her great teachings.
I see.
So, we will probably be thrown into confinement. It will probably not be a dungeon, per se.
Okay.
But it will probably be somewhere that they will have us rest the evening and then maybe speak to some folks in the morning. And I'm going to assume that they're going to throw us into the cathedral and not one of the many... They probably won't transport us above. As now that you're getting closer, you can see that, like, in the distance is this massive cathedral that towers into the air. And there's a number of flying... They look like buildings above it.
Oh, it's pretty.
Radiant, I have a quick question.
Yes?
I think Aramel had mentioned trials.
We might have to pass tests, or it might be a literal trial of some kind to prove our...
Innocence isn't the right word, because we're not innocent people.
That we are not dangerous.
I would fail that.
Well, you're dangerous in different ways, Kazrim.
Yeah.
You...
I'm not dangerous to the church. Well, no, that's not true. I'm pretty dangerous to most things.
You're dangerous because your failures can be catastrophic. Less that you intend
and some of my successes.
Well, and less that you intend to be dangerous. It's more incidental. See, that's something that would not be looked well upon, but since you're not doing it directly, we might be able to argue that if they come to you. Similar to Carrie. I have not seen Carrie do anything necessarily dangerous. She just seems to seek information. She just has also... The entire becoming more you, we should probably not mention that.
Oh, I wasn't going to mention anything, including some rather prudent information about my parentage.
That's probably good. We should probably keep many of the things on the low, especially because they might
They're
see
listening to us right now.
That's why we're talking very vaguely, Wyntris.
What does vague mean?
Not...
It-
The one who
Not
can't
clearly.
really hide as much would be Max.
Yeah, but, I mean, Maxwell's a skeleton.
Yes, and the church probably doesn't look well upon undead roaming their lands.
Oh, they're gonna hate you too then, Claude.
You're kind of weird. Yeah. Listen, the only one that they might not hate is
It's
Wyntris.
true.
What a shame that they're going to hate us just due to our appearance.
Along with us?
It's less that they hate you because of your appearance and more... Wait, Hang and, God, my brain is farting today.
Latula.
Latula.
I just
all-
said, like, how to... Hang, Latula, and...
Snaza.
Snaze, and...
All the
Nim
NPCs.
are back at the thing. They managed to avoid problems. Latula and Hang had both gotten early meals and had already departed by the time you guys had sat down for full drinking. Nim was in fact, like, there drinking, but just, like, you know, let you guys go.
He just pretended he wasn't a part of it.
He just didn't say anything. He just continued to enjoy his meal, and was seemingly ignored. It was kind of weird. He was actually, like, ignored by everyone. Snaze actually denied being involved with you.
It's like,
Fucking
oh.
Snaza.
Schnaza is for Schnaza.
He was fearful of angels.
Okay, I just...
Can't believe it.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so you will eventually get to the cathedral proper and be led inside. When you first enter, you have to go up this massive set of staircase, like a large staircase, which kind of has statues of angels off to the side, and you can see how, like, there's many, like, towers and buttresses and stuff, and kind of, like, extends off on this complex kind of unit. You will, in fact, have to kind of, like, it's almost on the top of this large mound, the official, like, cathedral as it is, kind of, like, risen up, kind of built on top of each other, layered upon layered. So you have these kind of, like, lesser buildings, which you'll kind of be passed by, that seem to be, like, various institutions. Maybe, like, one of them seems to be of the Knights of Surrey. So there's a number of, like, Pegasi that are kind of, like, hanging around it. Another maybe for church officials and such, until you get to the cathedral proper. You can kind of see that there's actually, like, a massive kind of bridge behind the cathedral that leads out to a, like, a stone structure, like almost a stone spire, of which the top is, like, a secondary cathedral in the back that you can only reach by this, like, massive, like, over, like, the bridge. When you're led inside, it'll be this vaulted kind of, like, main area of the cathedral, where you would see, like, maybe angel statues above are actual, like, angels looking down on you. Massive stained glass windows that just, like, kind of, like, radiate, massive pictures of, like, angelic figures, or this female figure, seemingly, like, doing great things for people. And on the roof, on this kind of, like, on the vaulted ceiling, you'll kind of see this massive, it's not a mural, what was it? It's, freaking Sixteen Chapel, what the hell is it called?
The ceiling of the Sistine Chapel.
What type of art is that?
A mural?
Is it just a
Yeah,
mural?
looking, yeah.
I thought there was another word for it.
For ceiling painting?
Yeah, for ceiling painting.
I think it's still just a mural.
Yeah.
Shit.
Um,
You tried to open a new tab and fucking close the goddamn window.
yeah. Anyway, I can't remember what it is. It's just like, what else it would be called. I'm trying to Wikipedia it, and it doesn't.
Yeah, it's still a mural.
It's just a
Yeah,
mural.
it's
That's
just
a
a mural.
massive mural of what you think to be some kind of, like, realm of the angels. And in the center of it is this this female figure that seems to be leading it all. That has kind of like a halo of light around her head. There'll be like this, Miss Man will kind of come up, this human man, as you kind of are all arriving, as the angels will kind of like, take their leave and kind of like stand by the door. I'm like, yes, you are the visitors. I was informed of you coming. I'm Father McDonough. You can follow me. This way, I'll take you to some quarters, before the great, trial will come upon you.
What kind of trial are we talking about?
He just said it's great.
Well, it will be an actual trial that you might have to face some trials to pass.
So it's a trial within trials? Or it's trials within a trial?
It sounds like we're playing Phoenix Wright.
Who's Phoenix Wright? And why does he have...
His life has been in a trial in its own
He's
right.
Let's just say he's an angel in a blue suit.
I didn't say it right. Like,
Sure.
What is this Phoenix Wright? What kind of game is it? is it like skipping stones?
It's a colloquial term for playing court.
Strange. Now, follow me. He'll lead you through some staircases and down some staircases, actually, into the structure proper, and bring you to a room. It has some nice beddings in it, very simple beds, and he's like, you will stay here until the morning light comes and it's the time of the trials. Trials, we'll see which it is. Good luck to all of you. If you need anything, I will be around.
Mr.
Before you go...
Mr. Duda Woman?
No, his name's Dunamanin.
No,
I think you said Duda Woman.
it's MacDunnan.
Done.
Mr. Dunamanin? I'm
Look,
hungry.
I'm just saying, I made him kind of sound Scottish because the brother that, like, fell in this cathedral was Brother Angus.
McDonough.
Yeah, so he's McDunnan.
I just
I
drank
am the
a
last
lot. I need
Highlander.
something to eat.
Oh, he'll come back, he'll, like, run off for a second, come back with a bucket and, a piece of bread.
I take
Here you
none
go.
of us turned into flame when we entered the building.
Carrie, you got a headache?
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
You just got a
I
headache.
burst into flame, but I did burst into flame, but it was totally unrelated.
Yes.
Carrie's getting a migraine, so
That should be the trial right there. We didn't burst into
Ooh,
flame.
holy ground, it gives me a headache. I get migraines from holy ground. Just saying.
It's like walking on hot sand on the beach.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. McDonough. Will we have a representative to defend us in this
Oh,
trial?
yes, me.
Oh,
Don't
Great.
worry. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Do you have any
You
questions?
seem like nice folks. Let's see here. I've heard that, let's see here. Angel,
Like,
maybe
would
fallen,
you-
demon spawn, goblin, that doesn't mean, you may be corrupted by demonic forces, we'll find out. I don't know what
resent
you
that.
are, you were a strange creature. Some form of either undead or demon that hides behind a mask. We have to figure that out first. And innocence that is being attempted to be corrupted.
Max, do you want to
No.
just take your mask off?
For
Right,
the sake of transparency, I'm a skeleton. I instead of removing my mask, I remove my glove to show him, so as not to scare
okay.
him.
like the
So-
Terminator.
Undead, great. Have you
Carrie, why am
consumed...
I being corrupt?
Oh, just that...
Wasn't it?
Have either of you, pointing at Max and Carrie, have either of you consumed the souls of the innocent anytime recently? They have ways of telling.
I don't think so.
No.
I'm in
Probably.
Unless you're talking
artificial.
about sucking dick, which is a totally different thing.
Have you done that recently?
No.
I would say no. My undead nature is caused by something beyond my control. I'm sort of an experiment, if that.
But
makes
have
any
you
sense.
did the souls, Max?
I used to.
The souls!
I used to be alive, but. something
Well,
brought
I
me
assume
back.
all forms of undead used to be alive. At least you are seemingly less violent than some of the ones that we hear about. Vampires and the like. Bloody monsters.
I swear on all of my friends' lives, I'm not hostile.
Did you
Please don't swear on my life.
I've been avoiding the question.
No, I have not consumed any souls.
See, McDonough.
Well,
McDonald.
we'll have to deal with. There will be a truth field in place, so that we'll have to. Well, you'll have to worry about that. That's I'm just letting you know ahead of time. So you must either tell the truth, or the truth will be revealed, and your lies will be seen.
Can I tell the truth as I know it? Because I don't know what is the cause of my. Well, I know there's things I'm still unaware of as to my existence.
You're unaware of the dark necromancer that summoned you. That's fine. That's fine. Don't worry. That doesn't necessarily mean that you are an evil undead per se. It's just that undead are very oftentimes not tolerated. There are a few exceptions, as we have seen, even amongst the most darkest of them. And perhaps we can see about some things that will help you out on that line and keep you in good shape. And again, we just have to figure out what you are, pointing to Claude, if you're corrupted,
I have my
and if you're
hand
trying
up
to corrupt
there.
that one. Oh yes, please, speak. Yes,
I have never consumed a soul, but I am made up of many souls, innocent and otherwise.
How's that work?
It
I'll
kinda
switch it
doesn't
to
a lot.
another
Show him,
floor.
Claude.
Alright,
We've both been
are
experimented
you
on.
undead
horribly.
or technically still alive?
I don't know.
Right, we'll have to look into that. Good to know. Some kind of amalgamation about the souls of the innocent put together into one being. Right. Do you have memories of your previous lives?
Yes,
Excellent.
very sporadic.
Okay, that's not as good. But it can be helpful. We'll look into it.
One more thing I wanted to ask before you go. In the event that we want to represent ourselves, is there an option to do that?
Oh, no. I mean, you could, but do you know enough church law?
No.
Oh, I can't say that I do. I was just curious on that front.
I'm not doing it. Don't look at me. I don't. Again, I am not the best public speaker of our group here, thank you. Just because it is that I have a natural ability to, sing very pretty, doesn't mean I know the right words to sing.
Dude, this guy has the credibility of a public defender, and I don't think I want him doing this.
Well, I also have a question.
Yes. Probably,
You said
hopefully
there's
not
been
corrupted goblin.
I'm not corrupted, at least not by any fucking demons.
Oh, great. Have you... Oh, sorry for a second there, before you question. That reminded me of one. I understand you wouldn't worry about the question about it. My, demon-blooded friend, have you had cardinal relationships with anybody here or anybody recently? That we might have to worry about possession, corruption, etc.
How recently are we talking?
Within the last year?
Then yes.
All right.
No, none of us here.
But
None
not
of
in the party. But I have had sexual relations with people. Just
Okay.
not here,
All right.
obviously.
Great.
Why the fuck would I do
Good.
that?
Good to know about that. Anybody
I
that
feel
we
like that's
should
gonna
warn
come
that
back
they
to
may
haunt
be
you.
possessed? Do you have names about this possession possibilities?
I'm possessed
Oh.
by cuteness.
She is possessed by cuteness. This is true.
Watch your words, Wyntris. You wouldn't want them to be misinterpreted in a court of law.
I have not possessed anyone, if that's what you're asking, by the way.
Excellent. You were
Don't
asking
even
then,
think I can do that.
my goblin friend.
Yes. You said it was a trial made up of other trials. What do the smaller trials entail? Are we going to... Is it like a trial by combat sort of thing?
Well, there are such great ways of testing things out, which we might not use for a couple of you, because even if you are spawns of darkness, we understand that there is redemption and light in all souls that have free will to them. So, such great things as the... But for three of you, two of you, maybe three, there is the Great Blessing, which we might enact into you. That'll prove that you're not possessed.
What is the Great Blessing?
You will find yourself bathed in the holy light of Sarah, which means that it is a blessed pool that you will go into. Unfortunately, I think your nature, whether or not your soul is righteous or not, would cause you to burst into holy flame and die. So that's why we couldn't use it on you.
I haven't taken a bath in like a few months.
It's fine.
So-
the
so just to
blessings of
confirm-
Sarah will purify your body of all its sins and cleanse it of all the grime that has been upon it. Or if you are possessed, we'll see bursting of flames and such too. Hence why, like, I'm pretty sure your one friend it couldn't work on. And again, I'm unsure with your nature if it would work on you or not.
So just to confirm, as if we really have a choice in all this, you're not going to purify me or Carrion with this said light, are you?
If you prove yourselves to be souls either seeking redemption or
Not shitty.
yes, that's a great way of saying it.
I mean, I know you're not shitty. I trust you, Max and Carrie.
I put my hand
That's
on
what a
Catherine's
possessed goblin would say.
Hey, fuck you. I'm not possessed.
We'll find
right.
out. Excellent. Well, all of you,
Obsessed.
see you tomorrow morning. Be ready. Look your best. That's right. Here. He's gonna come back with like a bag, and he's like, here. When you're ready, put these on. For in the morning.
By the way, thanks for the crunchy bread.
Yes, excellent.
What are they?
Robes. We did have to find one in particularly smaller size. Sorry, it might not be quite well tailored for you, my goblin friend. It was for technically a child. These robes are not necessarily used for the trials alone, but they are used when we're doing the trials. It has been a little while since we had a last official trial like this.
Wait, did you do the trial on the child?
No.
They're also used for other things, he said.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there hasn't been a trial on a child since there was an actual demon possession for a child. The demon was driven out of her, her soul was saved, and her body too, and the beast was slain.
Okay.
Anyway, change into the robes in the morning, and I will collect you all and take you to the trials. This will be most excellent. I've trained for this all of my life.
Have you done this before?
No.
Fuck. All right.
I think he's saying there hasn't been a trial during his life.
I've practiced trials, maybe. I don't know.
Well, there was a trial about 10 years ago, but that was before my time here as a ceremonial holder of the trials. I recently have inherited it. I've studied everything about it, so don't worry. You should be fine as long as you tell the truth and we prove you're not horribly evil or going to damage the souls of those around you.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to it.
Excellent. Get some rest. I'll see you all in the morning. As we'll close it. Oh, and don't mind, I do have to lock the door behind you, and there are angels and other holy avengers around anyway if you try to escape. Just, FYI.
Okay.
Night.
We get it.
Good night.
You hear a closing door, locking noise.
Man, I like that McDonough. Who's that?
Question his competence.
I'm so gonna fucking die.
So,
listen.
one thing I wanted to talk to all you guys about, I don't know if they have an official order for this trial. Who wants to go first?
I'll do it.
As far as I know, we're all on trial at the same time in a way. This could take a very short period of time. It could take a long time. It depends on... We have to prove ourselves...
I want to be smited by the holy flames first.
No, smiting is what we're avoiding.
We have to prove ourselves that we are... Well, I have to prove
Oh.
myself more than the rest of you, unfortunately.
You think you'd be in good standing, given your angelic nature.
Just because I have an angelic nature doesn't mean anything. There are those of us that fall from grace, and my own nature means that I am both in grace and not in grace. You forget that I am a creature of both light and darkness. meaning that I have to
Yeah,
prove
but
myself
you're really cute.
as loyal to the church.
I have
Thank
a
you,
question,
Wyntris.
Radiant. Do you want us to speak up for you during this trial, or do you want to handle it yourself?
I don't know. I don't know if it'll be needed.
All right, I'll keep it in mind. I'll be ready in case anything happens.
I'm going to change the robe now, no matter what that man says about doing it in the morning.
Or actually, perhaps maybe one of our less demonic friends might want to vouch for her.
Oh, that's me.
You seem like the
pretty much
candidate,
that's you,
Catherine.
Wyntris.
I'll vouch. I've zoned out for a second. I've had a few drinks before walking here, which was exhausting. But I can vouch.
Especially since the reason we were staying there overnight at the inn was to get some rest.
And maybe get some other things, but yes.
All right. Do you guys want to get some rest now so we can be prepared?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm ready to die in the morning.
Okay, we'll take our second break as you rest, and in the morning, you'll have a trial. We'll see how well it's gonna go.
Woo.
I'm very excited.
Anyway, so if you need drink, snack, bathroom break, anything like that, quickly go and do it, and we'll be back in a little bit. So see you.
Drunk Wyntris is whiny.
All right, we're back with that statement. I don't know how much of that actually got in there. It could be like, the lust belongs to you. It could have been like, all the lust belongs to you. I don't
May
know.
the lust be with you.
Yes.
And also with you.
So. Oh, none. Well, now it's there. Lightning, now it's there. So, you will rest the night. And in the morning, will you change into your robes?
Yeah.
I'm already in mine.
Okay.
Can I examine these robes?
They're just like white fine cloth. They just look like simple robes to wear.
Can I do an arcane check to see if they're... Wait a minute! Yeah, can I do an arcane check?
Sure.
Okay. Anything? Actually, I have to roll for it, don't
You
I?
do have to roll
Yeah.
for the arcane check. That is an actual check.
You have to roll for that.
Got a 16.
It doesn't look magical. Looks just
Okay.
normal.
Cool. I was worried they had some, like, binding effects to them.
No, that'll happen when we get into the chamber.
Ooh,
I
they're
put the
gonna
robes
bind
on.
us.
I put
Did they take our
my...
weapons and everything?
They technically did not, but when the father will return, he'll be like, now, if you have any kind of, like, weapons, hidden or not, just leave them here. All your other stuff will remain here in this room and is yours. For as long as you succeed at the trial and aren't burnt in holy flame, you can come back for them.
This is a hook, it's not a weapon. Can I take it?
Anything of your personal items you shouldn't bring with you.
Oh,
Ah.
but I like
I was
my
gonna
hook.
say, we could have probably eaten the bag of holding or put it in my ribcage, no? Right?
We're
That's
not
true.
eating the bag of holding.
Well, I mean, it would work for me, so we could still have, like, an offensive option in case things get bad.
Or the bag of holding inside of you.
Yeah,
I think
why
they would
not?
detect it.
If they detect magic, they'd find it.
Alright, fair. I won't do
Yeah.
it.
Your ribcage does not block enough detect magic.
Alright.
I like the idea, though.
Entire
I
body
like the
magic.
ingenuity, though, I gotta say. You got gumped there, kid. You got gumped. Anyway,
It's
Very
just not a
creative.
good idea when we're being told specifically, don't bring anything to trial, and you try to sneak that in, and they detect it. It's like,
I was trying to be clever. I was considering our best interests.
Is my homunculus allowed?
You have a homunculus?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's a
stay
little dragon.
here.
Mechanical dragon.
Yeah, it should
Oh.
stay here.
That has to stay here?
Yeah.
What is the dragon's name?
Keep
Doesn't have a
your
Spine.
Monkey.
mechanical pet here. And oh, my
Monkey.
friend with the mask, you're going to have to take that off. Don't worry. People have been informed about what you are, so no one will be surprised. Don't worry. No. You're fine.
So I can keep it on, or no?
No. Leave it off.
Oh, okay.
I should see you in all of your glory. Or
Do you want
I
me to
will.
put it-
I will
lack
put
thereof.
my
I don't
hook-
know which you look at it as.
I will coil my hook up in a little pile, and I'll be like, "Here, dragon, you can nest in my hook."
Oh.
is there a form you prefer for me?
This one is fine. It's the one that you've been seen in.
Okay.
If you need to prove your abilities, we might ask for it. Anyway, this way. He'll lead you through the cathedral, through a set of large doors, which will kind of be opened up by soldiers in like shining silver armor. And inside is a open kind of what looks will first be seen as like almost like an arena, a big circular chamber. In the center is a platform that is surrounded by a kind of marble. Oh god, I'm like brain farting the name of it, like a railing. God, marble railing. The word railing escaped my brain.
You got a brain?
Yeah, which you'll be kind of led inside. You're going to see kind of like surrounding you, though, is seemingly like a group of men and angels looking down upon you. And presiding, overseeing thing is Armo, Shield of Grace, seeming at the center of this. Straight ahead of you, at like the highest like seat, kind of sitting down, as all these people are in like various seats kind of around you in this kind of ring of trial. Armo will start with addressing. Those before us here have seen fit upon our lands. We are at this trial not to see that they are without crime, or they are without good or evil, but they are not that they are one or the other, but to see that powerful beings that they are worthy to travel in our lands, and are not to be purified from it. They have come to this some sacred of places, to Cersei itself. Are they here to defile it? Intentionally? Unintentionally? Or are they merely travelers passing through that deserve pity for their state? Or perhaps assistance? There are many questions that must be answered at this trial here, and hence we are here. Representative, announce those you have. Esteemed judgment, I bring before you these 6 here, travelers, friends, associates. The Angel Radiant. As you have seen, she is unique. We know from our records, she's a child of Urborg, of light and dark. Sarah's blessing upon that land, perhaps. Perhaps she is the Archangel of that land. And so, when we judge her, we must judge her accordingly. She is one that is of both light and darkness. One that walks a fine line. So remember that. Judgment. Remember that she is one that still is within the light of Sarah, even in the darkest places. Next, we have Maxwell, a living skeleton, not brought about by his own will, one that was created. He knows not of who created him, knows not of his true history, but has been in existence as this for time. Maxwell does not seek anything for himself, not true redemption, not true darkness. He is a man's soul trapped in an undead body. From my words with him, I have seen this. So expect him to be that, a man, and judge him not by his form, but by the manner of man that he is. We have next Claude. Claude is unique amongst them. One who can change their form. One who's made up of many forms. When we look to Claude, we see many souls. Whoever gave birth to Claude, or however Claude was given birth to, Claude as a shape changer was created from many souls. Those souls were not lost. His nature is hard to understand. Or her nature. We cannot say for sure.
Well, right now I'm a hurt.
Yes. I know. But Claude is a being who is amalgam of many. And so we must judge what has become of those many combined into one. Do they feel anger at the world for what they have become? Or they found an acceptance as Claude? I will push towards the latter, as in his or her, its words have not been violent towards us. Kazarin, the goblin. Goblins are easily manipulated on average. You see them in many places being controlled in the lesser ends of society.
Fuck!
But few rise to the surface. And Kazarin seems to be one of them. One of artifice. Mechanic. While many of his kin would toil away as workers on the machines, he builds machines. He has not brought it with him today as is tradition, but I have seen it. A small mechanical dragon that seems at his beck and call. Something that seems to have been built himself. So, do not look down upon him for his breed, his nature. Though, there are many that would look down upon goblins. We must look to each individual. We must see that he is of a greater will than his kin. Kazarin is as corrupt as his own kin are. They do live to their base emotions, many times. Their base needs. But there are many races that do the same. Do not blame him for that. He travels amongst our society and listens to their rules. And has yet to break any laws in our realms. Wyntris is a core. A people of the mountains. Travelers. Lost here, thanks to the efforts of the Phyrexians. But who have made their way and become part of this land. We've been at peace with their people, and their people have been good to us.
He's talking about me.
From what I have seen, Wyntris is an innocent soul. One who has not succumbed to any true corruption, if there is some here, but maybe resists it. So, judgment, I give you that of all of these here, she is the most innocent.
Yes!
And finally, we have Carrion. Carrion seems demonic to us all. We can see it in her face, in her body, in her nature, in her soul. But we must also look to it. Whose Carrion is not a true spawn of the darkness. She's spawn of both of mortal and demon. It's up to you to judge whether her story of her own origins is to be believed, whether her mortal parent was seduced by the darkness, taken by the darkness forcefully, or at a blessing of Sarah, true love was found. Listen to her words as she says it, as truth is only spoken in this place. As for her own nature, it is for you to judge whether the darkness deep in her soul, from her heritage, is enough to corrupt her, if she is a dangerous to those around us, here, or anywhere she travels, or if she is merely a mortal, seeking redemption.
With some cool wings.
We shall see. We shall all see. Judgment. Thank you. You've done well, Arbiter. Now, each of you, speak your words, state your case. Arbiter, you may interpret for them if they are unsure how to give their words. We shall start with her. The most dangerous of you all. The demon spawn.
Uh-oh. Good luck, Mads.
Our demon spawn.
What exactly am I supposed to be saying? What, am I just supposed to tell you?
The Father
Your
McDonough
wife?
will turn towards you. Just tell them who you are. Give a story about your past. Give a story about who you are. Tell them why you are not a creature of darkness that should be feared.
I mean, listen, it is true that my mother was a demon, but she and my father lived happily. They had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids. I have to remember that, so kind of difficult to remember how many of us there are.
Do
So,
all of them
obviously-
have the same countenance as yourself? You show the signs
You
of a
mean are all
true
of them
demon.
demon blood? Yeah. Sometimes harshly. Oriak's probably the most normal of us all, which is why he's the most dickish. I mean, my twin brother looks a lot like me. I'm not going to tell you I've never done anything wrong in my life. I've done quite a few things wrong in my life, but not evil. I don't want to kill people unless they try to kill me first. I don't know. Had a hard life, but I'm not evil. And I don't care about your church.
There's some whispering about from like the people overlooking. And then Aramal will kind of turn. Next. The undead. Speak your case.
Absolutely. My name is Maxwell the Merchant. I was born to a family of nobles who were trained in the art of fencing. I was not quite interested in that, and I decided to pursue I decided to pursue the act of merchantry, as is something I was passionate about. I did my best with that, and I managed to, start my own business. And it wasn't long until a customer was not pleased with what I was trying to sell them, and suffice to say, it cost me my life. And when I awoke,
You made deals with necromancers?
no, not at all. I was selling products. I was selling, like, swords and anything else that you would imagine. General goods, potions, anything a merchant would sell at a general store. But if anything, it's like I was attacked by a magician.
How did you escape the necromancer's control? And why are you more alive than the average death?
Well, so the way it worked is that after he attacked me, I was knocked unconscious, and when I had awoken, I had looked at my hands, and I noticed that all the flesh had been robbed from me, and when I looked in the mirror, the only thing I noticed was, like my visage, and I was terrified, and I was scared, and it was at that moment that I had ran out of the room and met my acquaintance Claude to try to plan a daring escape for us to escape this horrible tower.
So you never actually saw the one who did this to yourself?
Well, I can only assume that it was the wizard that attacked me.
Sounds like he's some form of exfailure. Yes, it does sound like that. Your average undead would either be directly under the control of a necromancer, or would be a cursed spirit, born to torment the living from anger from how it died. You are strange and unique.
Well, I can assure you, Well, one, I mean no harm, and two, I seek to regain my humanity, and I'm simply on a journey to, well, one, to understand myself, and to two, help my allies, you know, as we see fit.
There's some discussion. If you seek to regain life, perhaps the blessings of Sarah herself could do this for you.
I don't think it's quite related to that. It's related to something else. As I reluctantly stick out my tongue. I show that it's made out of silver. I can only assume that this silver tongue is the source of my existence.
Like, so, at least one of you will hear a whisper of, like, who gives a skeleton a tongue? Perhaps he was supposed to be some other form of undead, and it just was a failure. Regardless, merchant, seems as though you are strange. And if you would not seek the church for possible redemption in life, it is more than just being a follower that we mention. There are powerful magics in this world that can bring back the dead. Though they are rare and difficult to enact, it is not impossible. You have not once sought out those that would be able to do that.
Well, if I'm being truthful, I was kind of scared to enter any sort of holy environment due to being judged for my figure.
Yes.
Yeah, and which is largely why I wear a mask, to not scare anyone.
Those of the judgment. This is like a human man. I propose we test the dead. A trial. I have one prepared. Then there will be trial decided. A second trial has been added. Let us continue for now. Let us have those that is a collection of souls speak.
Hi, I'm Claude. I'm 34 billion people. I'm kidding. Sorry.
I will stand up. I know not what I truly am. I was created most likely by the same creature that tried to create my friend here, Maxwell.
Are you undead? Or something else?
I don't know my true nature. I know I have this ability, and I'll switch to a human form. I can look like many different creatures. I also have many voices within my head of the lives that were combined into whatever I am.
How many lives do you think you are? How many were murdered to create you?
Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. 1, 2,
You're just mentally counting out loud.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
He's
11,
counting on his
12,
fingers.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. At least 21 of me.
There's some, like, chatting and discussing, and then we, like... And you remember stuff from all of them.
I have bits and pieces that come to me. Nothing completely clear. I am the combination of them put together, creating its own being.
Have you considered freeing the souls from you? Though their physical bodies seemingly are merged with you, perhaps they could be given freedom.
I have no idea how that could be done. I just know I've been on this world far longer than I should have been.
There's some discussion. I may have a test for this one. A trial. Something that I can figure out to see if there's something within him that is good. If he would agree, we could attempt a freedom of a soul. The trial has been proposed, and a third may be added.
If I can bring peace to one of them that's within me, I would be more than willing.
Let us move on. To our brethren. Has she fallen? Judgment. You have seen me. You know me. I am a being of duality. Would it surprise you that if I have more debased feelings, that I seek out mortality more than immortality? I am one of you, but I am not welcomed among you. There are very few of our kindred that are not pure as those here. They come from far-off places, or they are born with that for a purpose. I have yet to find my purpose. So you see, I have a problem. And so I have journeyed. I traveled to look for a purpose. Under Lyra's guidance, I did this. Under Sarah's guidance, I did this. And I found these fellows. They are flawed. They are debased. They are mortal, in a way. Now granted, I say that and I can point to those amongst them that are not mere mortals. But their spirits are mortal. What they feel is mortal. How they act is mortal. And maybe mortality is what I need to see in order to learn my truth and my path. The voice of Sarah has given me some guidance, but not as much as I need to figure out where I need to go. There are those of us that are born from the dead. Those of us that were born at her behest. And those of us that come when prayers need to be answered. I am different, and I know that. I was born of Sarah, but not born from her lands. I was born from a fallen soul, but it is of one of our brethren. And there's perhaps a need in this land for me. So, I will continue to seek that out. All of you be damned if you would stop me. That is all I have to say. There's a lot of speaking and Aramal goes, order. Your insolence is noted, but your bravery is too. To stand up to us all, who are of judgment of you. We shall see.
Can I surreptitiously give Radiant a fist bump?
Sure.
In court?
I said surreptitiously.
Yeah.
I am whispering, you go girl, you tell him what's what.
There seems to be two last that must speak. Goblin, speak your claims. Prove that you are smarter than your kin, and that you don't give in to your debased abilities, and would easily be corrupted by your traveler, if they are a corrupter.
I am Kazran, and as you say, I am a goblin, and I am aware that goblins tend towards working for powers that are more powerful than them. This is not who I am. I do not intend to leave myself vulnerable like that. I have too much pride for that, perhaps, but at the same time, I'm aware of myself. I know that I have those limitations. I know the tendencies of other goblins. I recognize this. And while it's true that I have passions that others might deem dangerous, I can control them. I don't fall victim to them. I haven't personally burned down any major cities or joined the sacking party as some other goblins have been guilty of in the past. I prefer to build rather than destroy. I am an artificer, and more than that, I am a shipwright. I seek to build craft to further journey across the seas rather than exist in the service of others like many other goblins do.
Finally, Core, innocent soul, state your case.
Hi, I'm Wyntris. I like long walks on the beach, and I have friends. All of these are my friends, and I love them to death. And so okay, off track. I was born in the mountains. I lived in the mountains. I trained in the mountains.
I am the mountain.
I became the mountain at one point. Oh no, I didn't. That's and you know, I wanted to go on a journey. You know, sometimes like something tells you, something tells you you must go, and I went, and then I found that lady, the one with like the red wings. Yeah, I found her. She was kind of nice to me, so I followed her around, and then we got into some adventures, and I feel like I truly belong with all these people because they let me not do what I'm not supposed to, you know? All I want is you to know that I'm Wyntris, and I think that all of you are great. Except for the rude angel. She was mean.
Oh.
We have heard your words. We will now commence the first of 3 trials that have been called upon. After which, we will deliberate and see if there are more trials that will be needed or more words to be said. First, we must test if there is corruption within 3 of your souls. As one of you is obviously not demon-born, we will... of you that and may not be truly even undead. We'll be careful with you. It's the first of you 2. Bring it forth. A group of men will bring in a large tub of what looks to be water. They'll set up a staircase up to it. Core, goblin, bathe within the holy light of Sarah, and see that you are free of corruption.
Kaz, do you want to go first, or
Well, are we supposed to disrobe? Or
I
don't want to
McDonough will come in there because he's going to be right next to you. No, you're supposed to go in robes and all. Don't worry about it.
good? I don't want to be naked in front of all these fuckers.
together, or
Oh, Kaz
No, I'll
is
just-
like a
shy.
one at a time thing?
Your choice.
I'll go in first, and then you can go in after. I'll make sure it's safe.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate you protecting me like this.
I'll walk up the stairs and step into the pool.
Okay.
It burns.
I'll fall. I'll stand on the steps watching. It's like, are you dying?
No, it's fine.
I'll
Is
go
the
in.
water-
It is fine, right? It's all good.
Yeah,
We're all, like,
you just get in
Gucci.
some water. It's like, you know, you can kind of bathe around in it, dip yourself, and afterwards you're like, yeah, it's water.
It's water.
I go in. I'm like, yeah, it's nice water.
Fine.
Is it kind of warm or is it like kind of cold?
It's probably a little cold. We're in a shitty monastery.
Yeah, they probably don't. They probably didn't pay for heating this.
Nah.
That's it. We're chilling in the water.
Yeah, we step out. I'll step out.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right. Since one of you would possibly face deceit and destruction, we must first test something. Father, one of the men that helped bring it in will bring Claude over out of the way, and you'll see him like a white light will rise from him. Claude, you don't feel anything. You're not technically undead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
He channeled energy in a way that would have probably harmed you if you were undead. AKA, Maxwell would have been like, ah!
Oh, God.
Like, burst into flames, you know?
Is it a warm glow?
It's a warm glow. Oh.
That's
Oh,
all
you're
nice.
better than our cold bath.
But you get that too. You have to go in then.
Aw.
I'll do a half somersault.
Why? Why?
Is this bath big enough for? Because I don't think I got out yet.
I got out.
I did. I'm just chilling.
They'll get you out before like having you in there. So
In case I burst into flame.
yeah, just in case. You never know. Just because the purifying light of a channel energy doesn't burst into flame, dipping yourself in holy water might.
Yeah, I jump in.
Okay. You
Jump.
Yep.
Well, you don't burst into flames. That's good. And it's water. To you.
The light was warmer. I'll get out.
There's some
Once
discussions.
I get out, I'm gonna kind of wring my robes a little bit.
Yes.
Oh no! I'm just wearing a white robe. That's wet. No.
Yes.
Yeah, you have a very wet white robe now.
Francis, how could you?
It's fine.
Joke's on you. I'm wearing a jerkin underneath. I'm wearing clothes under this robe.
It's fine. It's not very see-through when it's wet, so you're okay.
It's not a wet t-shirt contest.
It's not a wet t-shirt contest.
I would win.
Probably. I'm too sexy for my goblin. Too sexy for my goblin. Anyway, that's enough of that.
Stop gobbling around.
That didn't work.
Yeah.
Now on to the second test.
Does this one involve math?
No. They'll involve a man coming in and seeing Maxwell.
Does he have a silver hammer?
That's pretty good. I'll give you that one. That was pretty good.
Let me see what I can do. This will require some time.
What do you have in mind?
This would not work on a normal of his kind, though. It is true. We must see if it is possible. We must mount the soul and see if it is true.
What?
They're mounting your soul.
Soul's being mounted.
Can you elaborate on this process?
hidden mountain. I got.
Sit here in this chair. They're gonna bring you a chair.
Is this the electric chair?
Oh.
It's
You
the
want
mountain chair.
It's the mounting chair.
Yeah.
I
Oh, copy me, Joe.
We must
hesitantly sit in the chair.
You seek life, and there are two paths for an undead, normally. To remain in their existence and suffer, or seek redemption. Redemption cannot be gained very easily, as resurrection is very difficult. Very few know the miracle and can use it. The point is, the soul must normally be freed from the body. And if it would fail you, that is a danger. Seeking resurrection, seeking redemption is a thing. So there are other ways that it can be found. And we are going to test to see if it is possible with you. As to test to see if his truth that he has said, that he wishes to seek redemption and life, is something possible. So, we will commune with his soul.
I stay quiet, and well, I nod and say, "Do as you will."
All right. So, we're gonna leave it off there though, because it's about time to write about to commune with your soul.
At least Maxwell didn't do a typical Maxwell thing and immediately go like, hey, wait a minute.
Let me read your mind first.
Yeah.
I mean, this is relevant to my character goals, so this is like to my benefit.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but you always go, wait. Anything that could be beneficial, you're like, wait.
No.
And that's also a character development point by me not saying anything.
That's true. Taste the judges. This is not Sunday where
Lord.
frickin'
Lightning, bad. No.
No. It's terrible because on our Sunday game, one of the characters has a robe of tongues, which allows you to taste things as far as you can see.
What the?
And it's being worn by our cat person, so they lick everything.
Oh God, no, not the cat.
Yes.
That's terrible.
Tabaxi.
Yeah, and the thing is, I even ruled it that when you lick something, if it's a living person, they feel a sandpapery tongue.
Look, we're also traveling in space, so he's tasted a star already. He just needs to hit one of his
Yeah,
goals.
he tasted a star, and I'm like, it tastes like burning.
Perhaps you've tasted nuclear fusion.
Are you happy?
At one point, he was joking about getting goggles of minute seeds so he can try to taste atoms.
I'd like the idea of tasting a black hole, though. He's suggested that.
It tastes like you
nothing.
have no tongue.
It tastes like void.
It tastes like spaghettification.
Oh god, maybe that's delicious. Anyway, though,
Nuclear fusion is the best ice cream flavor.
as they're going to attempt to use some magic to commune with the very soul of Maxwell, and to see if there's a possibility of some kind of resurrection that doesn't involve him having to die first, we can look into that. That is a character goal. Though, again, I'm pretty sure if you came back to life with a tongue in your mouth, you might just have a new tongue when you're alive.
I get my normal one back, right?
No.
No.
I wouldn't be able to speak?
No, you
You
did.
can't keep your silver tongue, you fool.
Well, I need a prosthetic then.
Well, I mean,
I-
no. I'm saying you get to keep your silver tongue.
Oh.
Yeah, you'd be a human with a silver tongue.
I mean, it would look like you'd have a really cool prosthetic then.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool. That'd be neat.
A
Just like
very stretchy tongue.
the sign of time's past, you know?
You'd be better than
Ooh.
Ozzy Osbourne.
If I turn human, that means I get a charisma point.
No. No, you're thinking of, what's his name from Kiss?
Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons, yeah.
That one.
I thought he had
Gene
a cow
Sim-
tongue.
Gene
Nice.
Simmons has a giantly long
I
tongue.
confuse
I've
the two
heard
all
that,
the time.
like he severed that little thing below the tongue, so it can stretch farther.
Anyway, why don't we go around and have people shout out who they are, where to find them, and all that stuff as we kind of finish up.
Wyntris is very sad she went last in the talking bit.
Well, it's because you were the one that they wanted to hear from
You're the least
least,
guilty.
because you're like the least guilty and the most like, well, you know, you seem fine.
She's
I was like, I wanted to go first.
Like, out of everyone there, you are probably the one that they would also just be like, oh, like, if they killed everyone else, they'd probably, like, leave you. They'd be like, oh, you're fine.
Did they kill me?
You're second least likely.
Uh-huh. The angels would probably not care whatsoever, and depending on if there's a little racism in the humans that are part of the entire judgment, maybe.
It's a church. There's gonna be some racism.
Yeah.
He's not saying there isn't.
Also because there, like, are very few goblins that follow Sarah. Like, if you were the Avens or a human, that are all, like, these are groups that have a lot of people that follow Sarah. They
Nah.
you know, they're big on, like, you know, redemption and being, like, a worshiper. But anyway, let's do...
Are you gonna worship Sarah now, Goblin Man?
No.
If anything, I think if anything, it would make us not want to worship her.
Mhm.
Well, I'm already there, buddy.
But anyway, go to Mads. Mads, shout out.
Hey, I'm here.
You are here right now.
That's about it.
Okay.
I hear.
I'm here. I'm present. I'm not dead yet, which is nice.
Yeah, hey, you know, right steps in the right direction.
I splashed
The
some holy
longer
water
you're
at you.
alive, the better.
Oh god. I honestly don't know if holy water would burn carry. I have no idea.
Probably not.
Uh,
You're not actually
I mean, you're-
unholy.
You're, yeah.
Yet. I'm very demony.
I don't think it has an actual effect on, like, demons, which is fortunate for you, meaning it's...
What? How does holy water
It
not?
probably. At
Oh,
most it
no!
might just
Oh
be-
my god! You would count as a fiend, so you would take radiant damage.
Radiant would damage you?
No.
Oh, how there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
Well,
radiant
she
will
could.
damage me.
Well, I think you technically count as a fiend, so yes, holy water would hurt you. So,
Oh
yep.
god, 2d6 radiant damage.
You're like, ah! And that's just like
That
a...
burns.
And so, I don't think you want to take a bath in that. That'd be like taking a bath in lava for you.
Ow.
But anyway, let's move on to fish.
I think
Hi,
taking
all.
a bath of lava would be nicer for her.
I'm Fish. This week you can find me on the International Space Station reenacting the William Shatner episode of The Twilight Zone.
Ah,
There's something on the wing. Something.
out there. Man,
The
Gremlins on the International Space Station.
Station doesn't have wings.
Yeah, you
You've got those solar panels.
yeah, you can use the solar panels.
There's something on the solar panels.
There's something out there.
Me.
Just that same overly dramaticness as William Shatner. Hey, Lee, how about you give a shout out of some information?
Oh, hey guys, I'm
Hey
Just Lee
guys,
Belmont,
I'm
your noble vampire hunter. I also stream on Twitch. I do a whole lot of speedruns. And I'm currently on a quest to speedrun 100 games. And I'm on 98 out of 100.
What did you do to Lindsay to get her angry at you this
I
time?
have no idea, dude. And yeah, if you want to see me on my quest to speedrun 100 games, check me out, Just Lee Belmont. I'm a nice guy, I swear.
Yeah,
They're good
Hey,
streams.
Thank you.
but you've reached 98 in June.
Yeah.
He stopped.
Yeah, I've been on 98 for like a long time. I can't think of 99. I know what 100 is going to be.
You had a list of over 100 games, Lee.
God.
Yeah, but like like after looking at them, they just don't look appealing to run. You know what I mean? Like
You have my entire library.
I guess.
Anyway,
Alright,
we'll,
anyway.
Never,
next person.
you never look at my library.
we'll move on to Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe. You'll find me here on Tantus' channel. I'll see everyone Saturday for discussing tabletop, and Sunday for more of my game, Grinding Gears,
Yep,
where we're slowly licking the universe.
really, we are. Well, no one of us is.
Yes.
And my character is dealing with a horrible existential crisis because I have, like, 3 sets of memories in my body, and, like, I'm trying to, like, freaking deal with it all at once. So it's like...
And you just learned you had a son that you completely forgot about.
Well, I completely forgot about, and I also assumed was probably dead because I assumed I forgot about it anyway in the first place. So it's like, oh, I forgot about it for a different reason.
Because some weird fish monster made...
I thought I forgot about it because, you know, like, the entire, you know, like, ancient and also 3 souls. You know, or 3 souls, effectively. But anyway. And we'll finally end up with, Lindsay.
Hi, I'm Lindsay. I'm your neighborhood cinnamon bun. And I hope that you can forgive Wyntris for being so cute.
And everyone should take a bite out of her.
Nom.
And I am your DM and host of this channel, Dracovin. I'm here very often most days. If you're looking for more RPGs, Grinding Gears as Joe suggested. Hopefully back next week we'll return with Records of Evil and Legacies of Kain, if nothing comes up. We've had a couple of weeks of, like, things popping up for both of them on my end and other people's ends. So that's a Lawful Evil D&D game set in modern-day Faerun, and a game of Vampire the Masquerade. And any other stories about those games that I've been doing off-stream, I'll totally tell people on Discussing Tabletop, so you can save them for there. And, of course, next week here, at the same time, same place, same Magic the Gathering channel, same Magic the Gathering place, plus D&D, we'll be doing some more Children of Rath, where hopefully they'll finish up these trials, and the trial, and totally not get murdered by angels. And then they can do other very angel-y things.
Instead, we'll be touched by them.
I mean, show us on the doll where the angel touched you.
Did you reference, like, a show that only had, like, 12 episodes?
Maybe.
Was it really 12 episodes of Touched by an Angel?
It was not a lot. I don't know. I only know about it because the McElroys talk about it.
Jeez.
Question.
I was referencing then, I don't know if it was some, like, animation or something did, like, a joke of, like, I don't know who did it. It's like, show me on the doll where the angel touched you for Touched by an Angel.
It was Family Guy.
Was it Family Guy? I kept thinking it was Robot Chicken that did that, but it might have been Family
Maybe
Guy.
it was Robot Chicken. I don't know. It was a show. It was a cartoon show.
It wasn't 12 episodes, it was 211.
What?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought it was on a lot longer than
9 seasons.
Damn. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about then.
You were probably thinking about some kind of anime, you weeb.
No,
you forgot where the angel touched you. That was the
Okay. First of all, assuming I watch fucking anime is ridiculous, and I am slightly insulted.
Anime. Watch it.
I was thinking of the 100 Lives of Blackjack Savage.
Anyway, so regardless, though, we're gonna pop off here before we go more into insanity because we are insane here, and that's fine.
No, we're perfectly sane. I can attest to our sanity.
I'm insane.
No, don't just refute me like that, Jay.
I'm insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain.
Anyway, have a great rest of your Thursday for the last hour, or if you're somewhere else in the world,
50 minutes.
It might be less time than that, or more time than that. I don't know what part of the world anybody's in ever. Stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, say all the best things about the world, and have a good rest of your day, good rest of your week, and hopefully we'll see you next week at the same time. 8 p.m. EST. So, until then, farewell, everyone.
Bye.